In this video, two strong perspectives collide over the concept of can I prophesy. Stephen Ike Okafo argues that it is often used by false prophets under demonic influence to gain access to the people. On the other hand, Prophet Uebert Angel presents a different view, explaining that can I prophesy can be a learned prophetic practice, taught and used with understanding and consent. These opposing views raise important questions about discernment, training, and boundaries of the prophetic ministry. Watch closely and decide for yourself.
When you misdirect worship that is allocated for God to a person, it invites operation of demonic spirits. One of the things you would observe in such ministries is that if a person is not saying prophesy, prophesy, they will skip you. When they come to prophesy to you, they have a hype man or a hype woman to hype you up for you to say prophesy. Then when they're asking, can I prophesy? And then the hype person is like, prophesy, prophesy. So you can say prophesy, prophesy. What is the need for hype men and hype women? This is not a concert. The Holy Spirit has never needed hype men or hype women to help him do his job. Why do we need hype men and hype women in these kinds of environments? Because the demonic spirits that are operating within that false prophet needs to gain access into you. How they see many things concerning you, apart from some of the rituals and demonic things they do, is that you give them access. They need you to say, prophesy, prophesy. Because when you're saying it, you are coming under their leadership. You are coming into agreement with who they are, with the spirit at work behind them. Just if you ever doubt this and you go to such a church, let them try to prophesy to you and don't say prophesy. They will skip you. They will say things like, you're not ready. This one is not ready. Why does the Spirit of the Lord need a hype man? And here is the deception. Some of these false prophets will tell you that you are helping them create an atmosphere for the prophetic to flow. Do you know how the prophetic flowed biblically? Worship, but unto God. When they were playing instruments in worship to God, not to man. Not telling a man, a man would tell you, can I prophesy? And you say, prophesy, prophesy. And you just keep saying every word they say after they say one sentence, prophesy, go deeper. You know what they're going deeper in? You. The demons are having deeper access to you. That is the culture. That is what the culture has given the legal rights to do. And they pretend that, this is just the African way. No, it is not. It is the demonic way. It has nothing to do with this is what we do in Africa. This is what demonic teachers do. And you need to run. You need to run. I heard somebody say something as run and ask questions later. You need to do that. You need to put on some running shoes. Because you have no clue what spirit you're under. You have to think about it. You see, biblically, obviously, Jesus embodied the fullness of every office, an apostle, a prophet, evangelist, a teacher, a shepherd. He embodied the fullness of it all. And so when I'm saying this, I'm not putting Jesus in the same category with just mere prophets. But it can be argued that one of the most powerful prophets in the scriptures was a man named Moses. Moses, the type of intimacy Moses had with the Father before the dispensation of us having the Holy Spirit within us is remarkable. But do you know what was said of Moses? That he was the meekest man to walk the earth. Do you know the weight of that statement? Because here is the truth. Anyone who has really encountered God, anyone who the Lord has his hand on, do you know what it means to speak on behalf of God? Do you know what it means to be called? And there's a difference between the office of a prophet and being prophetic. The office of a prophet deals with territory beyond you. Is when the Lord is calling you to a people, to a nation, to governments, to leaders, right? Do you know what it means when you're entrusted with such information? It humbles you. It doesn't make you this showman or showwoman. It's humbling because you know who you are. And then when you see the hand of God, it brings you to your knees.
Then the second part says, for we fail to discern the body. That means we fail to know the hierarchies and the ranks of luminaries in the spirits. We don't know how to honor apostles and prophets and teachers. I had this woman that I respected all this time, and I was even telling my wife, this lady seems to be okay somewhere. I think she started surrounding herself with people that don't know prophecy. So she began to speak that if you go to a church where they say prophesy is demonic. Like, which scriptures are you using, lady? Just because you hate a prophet in America by the name I won't mention, it doesn't mean to say if they say prophesy, they are using demonic entities. You say, if you don't say prophesy, they will never prophesy. Oh my God, we have prophesied nations and countries and results of footballs and we football matches. And we went to the point of prophesying presidents. Never say, can I prophesy? And you have to shout back, prophesy, so I can prophesy. I prophesy with my eyes closed and with my eyes open. I don't need a mantra or a chant. The word prophecy is, the root word is poet. You use some words as poetry because prophecy is all about raising faith. You will never get a miracle. Hear me. Come here. You will never get a miracle by prophecy. You get a miracle from Jesus Christ, but prophecy raises your faith. So when we speak, she said, oh yes, they are trying to create an environment for the prophets to work. Not when we say, can I prophesy? How do people explain things that they've never known and they don't know? They're not into. They can't prophesy. They can't see a frog, but they want to talk. You know, when you hate somebody for whatever reason that I'm not going to comment here, don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. People are now creating doctrine based on the people they hate. If that person prays while he's kneeling down with on one leg, they say it's demonic because they hate him.